The world was not ready for what happened when BTS sat down for one of their most talked about interviews of 2026. What started as a simple conversation about music, global unity, and their future plans quickly exploded into a worldwide phenomenon, sending ARMY into a frenzy and dominating social media platforms across continents. Within hours, clips from the interview were spreading across X, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and online communities, with fans dissecting every word, every smile, and every subtle hint connected to the FIFA World Cup 2026. The excitement surrounding BTS has already reached extraordinary levels this year. After their highly anticipated reunion and return to group activities, every public appearance by RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin V, and Jungkook has become major news. However, this particular interview felt different. It carried an energy that fans immediately noticed. Questions about football, global culture, international audiences, and the upcoming FIFA World Cup 2026 produced responses that many fans described as inspiring, emotional, and surprisingly meaningful. Part of the reason the interview attracted so much attention is because BTS has officially been announced as one of the headline performers for the historic FIFA World Cup 2026 final halftime show, which will take place during the tournament's final match. FIFA and Global Citizen confirmed that BTS will share the stage with Madonna and Shakira in what is expected to become one of the most watched entertainment events in history. As soon as the interviewer mentioned the World Cup, the atmosphere seemed to change. Fans watching around the world immediately sensed that the topic carried special significance for the members. The World Cup is not simply a sporting event. It is one of the largest global gatherings on Earth, bringing together billions of viewers from every corner of the planet. For BTS, a group that has consistently promoted messages of unity, hope, and cultural connection, the opportunity represents something far bigger than another performance. According to official statements released regarding the halftime show, BTS described music as a universal language capable of connecting people across borders and cultures. Their participation is intended to celebrate unity while supporting educational initiatives for children around the world. Those words resonated deeply with fans. Many ARMY members began sharing emotional posts online, pointing out how BTS has always used music as a bridge between different cultures. Some fans noted that the group's journey from a small Korean company to one of the most influential acts in global music history perfectly reflects the spirit of international connection represented by the World Cup itself. Within minutes of the interview ending, hashtags related to BTS and the World Cup began climbing global trends. The reaction was immediate. The reaction was intense. And the reaction was everywhere. Fans started analyzing every sentence spoken by RM. They discussed Jin's expressions. They replayed Jungkook's comments repeatedly. They examined Jimin's enthusiasm. They debated V's observations. They highlighted Suga's thoughtful perspective. They celebrated J-Hope's energy. Every member contributed something that fans considered memorable. As clips spread online, millions of people who had not originally watched the interview suddenly became interested. News outlets began covering the viral response. Fan accounts uploaded translations in dozens of languages. Reaction videos appeared across YouTube. Discussion threads exploded across social media. The interview had become a global event. One reason the conversation gained momentum was because many fans believe BTS represents a unique bridge between music and international culture. Football has often been described as the world's game. BTS, meanwhile, has frequently been called one of the world's biggest music groups. The combination naturally captured public attention. People who follow football became curious about BTS. People who follow BTS became interested in World Cup discussions. The crossover audience continued growing. As excitement increased, many fans revisited Jungkook's unforgettable participation in the 2022 FIFA World Cup, when he performed Dreamers during the opening ceremony. That moment remains one of the most iconic intersections between K-pop and international sports. Now, with the entire group preparing for a historic World Cup appearance, anticipation has reached a completely different level. The official announcement regarding the FIFA World Cup 2026 final halftime show revealed that BTS will participate in the first halftime performance ever held during a FIFA World Cup final. The groundbreaking show is being curated by Chris Martin of Coldplay and is expected to attract a massive worldwide audience. That fact alone has generated enormous interest. Fans understand the significance. History will be made, and BTS will be part of it. During the interview, discussions about global audiences seemed particularly meaningful. BTS has spent years connecting with fans from different backgrounds, languages, and cultures. The World Cup operates under a similar principle, bringing together nations and communities through a shared experience. This parallel was not lost on viewers. Many social media users commented that BTS and the World Cup appear to represent the same idea in different forms. One connects people through sport. The other connects people through music. Together, they create something extraordinarily powerful. As the viral momentum continued, fan communities started creating edits featuring BTS moments alongside famous World Cup scenes. Emotional videos combine stadium crowds, football celebrations, concert footage, and interview clips. Millions of views accumulated rapidly. The timing also contributed to the interview's success. BTS is currently experiencing one of the most important periods in its career. The members have reunited, resumed group activities, released new projects, and launched major performances. Interest in their future plans remains incredibly high. Every new interview attracts attention. Every public appearance generates headlines. Every comment becomes a topic of discussion. This interview was no exception. If anything, it exceeded expectations. Fans particularly appreciated the sincerity displayed by the members. Rather than focusing solely on spectacle, the conversation emphasized themes of unity, opportunity, cultural exchange, and inspiration. Those themes align closely with the purpose outlined by FIFA and Global Citizen for the World Cup halftime event, which seeks to promote educational opportunities for children worldwide. That deeper purpose impressed many viewers. The discussion quickly moved beyond entertainment. It became about impact. It became about legacy. It became about what can happen when global platforms are used to inspire positive change. Online communities reacted passionately. Some fans described the interview as one of BTS's most meaningful conversations of the year. Others argued that it demonstrated exactly why the group continues to resonate with audiences worldwide. Many praised the maturity and perspective shown by the members. The admiration was evident. Hours after the interview aired, fan-created content flooded the internet. Graphic designers produced celebratory posters. Editors created cinematic trailers. Musicians released tribute videos. Commentators analyzed key moments. The scale of participation was remarkable. Even football fans who were previously unfamiliar with BTS began expressing curiosity. That crossover effect has become increasingly common. As BTS expands its presence into new spaces, new audiences continue discovering the group's music and message. This phenomenon was highlighted recently when BTS-related discussions became intertwined with football conversations online, demonstrating the group's ability to transcend traditional industry boundaries. The interview seemed to accelerate that trend. Suddenly, conversations about football included BTS. Conversations about BTS included football. The two worlds were colliding in fascinating ways. Industry observers noted that this kind of cultural crossover is increasingly rare at such a massive scale. Very few artists possess the global influence required to create excitement across multiple communities simultaneously. BTS is one of those rare exceptions. The interview offered another reminder of that reality. Meanwhile, speculation continued regarding what fans might see during the halftime performance itself. Although official details remain limited, anticipation continues growing every day. Will BTS perform classic hits? Will they introduce new arrangements? Will there be collaborations? Will there be surprises? Fans continue asking questions, and every new discussion fuels additional excitement. Recent reports indicate that anticipation surrounding BTS's World Cup involvement has already generated enormous online engagement, with fans eagerly following every development connected to the event. That excitement was clearly reflected in the reaction to the interview. By the next morning, the conversation remained one of the most discussed topics across fan communities. Media coverage expanded. Reaction videos multiplied. Discussion threads continued growing. The momentum showed no signs of slowing down. For many observers, the interview represented something larger than a promotional appearance. It symbolized a new chapter. A chapter where BTS continues expanding its global influence while remaining connected to the values that originally inspired millions of fans. Unity, hope, connection, understanding, dreams. These ideas have always existed at the center of BTS's identity. The World Cup simply provides another stage on which those ideas can reach the world. As July 2026 approaches, anticipation surrounding the FIFA World Cup final halftime show continues reaching unprecedented levels. Official announcements have confirmed BTS's participation alongside Madonna and Shakira, ensuring that the event will attract extraordinary international attention. For ARMY, however, the interview may ultimately be remembered for something even more important. Not the headlines, not the trends, not the viral clips, but the reminder of why BTS continues inspiring people around the world. Because behind every record broken, every stadium filled, every chart topped, and every historic performance announced, there remains a group of 7 artists committed to connecting with people through music. That message echoed throughout the interview. Fans heard it. The world heard it. And judging by the overwhelming response, millions of people were ready to listen. With the FIFA World Cup 2026 approaching and BTS preparing for one of the biggest stages of their career, one thing has become clear. The conversation is only beginning. And if the explosive reaction to this interview is any indication, the world will be watching every step of the journey. Globe showing America's soccer ball Purple Heart. The latest interview featuring RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook has taken the internet by storm after the group opened up about the FIFA World Cup 2026. Within hours, clips from the interview spread across social media, sending ARMY into a frenzy and sparking discussions around the globe. Fans were captivated by BTS's thoughts on performing on one of the world's biggest stages and what it means to connect people through music and culture. The interview quickly became one of the hottest topics online, with millions of fans sharing reactions, theories, and emotional responses. As excitement continues to build toward the FIFA World Cup 2026, BTS remains at the center of worldwide attention. Could this become one of the most iconic moments in BTS history? Watch the full story and discover why this interview has everyone talking. Purple Heart if you're ARMY. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more BTS updates.